really
I hear
good at
people say,
real
"Oh, I
estate.
can't do that. I'm not a salesperson." You don't have to be a
Yeah,
salesperson.
real estate is
You don't
not
have to be a
sales at
salesperson.
all.
No.
I tell people
It's
I'm
connecting.
not a salesperson.
Yeah. You do. You really want to be a salesperson?
No,
I mean, you don't
want them
want
to relax.
Yes,
I
and-
say you sell your when you find what you want. When we find what you want,
You'll know
we
it.
walk into it. You will know.
You'll know,
You will
and
sell
that's
That's all it
yourself.
is. Yeah.
Yes.
All I'm
I
here
don't
for is
sell
to make
anything.
it happen for you.
Right.
Write the paper. Take care of the back legs. That's why I said, no matter what you say, you can't say the wrong thing. If people aren't ready to buy, they're not going to buy. You're not going to force them to buy it. And if they're ready to buy, you're not going to stop them from buying it, okay, by what you say. So what it boils down to, why there's these extraordinary people up here and why there's ordinary people down here trying to do the same thing but yet on different levels, is they do one thing over and over and over and over. Think about it like this. My grandson, he's now 18, he's a bull rider, does very well. He's in the pros now because he's finally got old enough to do it. They kicked him out
That's amazing.
because they wouldn't let him do it when he was 16 and 17. They let him
Wow.
start, and then they realized he was so young they kicked him out. But anyway, he's a very good little bull rider. Scary thought. But here's
Yes.
the thing. When he was about, I don't know, he started when he was 3 mutton busting, but when he was probably 7 or 8 years old, he came to me one time and he said to me, he said, "Mo," they call me Mo, he says, "Mo, how come most really good basketball players are black?" I said, "Well, it doesn't have anything to do with the color of their skin, son. What you've got to realize, and if you stop and think about it, a lot of the really great basketball players come from poorer families." And I said, so they may have not had 50 million toys like most kids do today. For Christmas or a birthday, they may have got a basketball. And so they had one thing to focus on, and it was to play that basketball. Use that ball, use that ball, use that ball, use that ball. When they got together in the neighborhood as groups, they all came from the style of neighborhood that maybe that's all they ever had. So they played with each other.
Maybe
the
only
same
one of them
thing.
had a ball.
And maybe only, that's right. So we lose the vision because we have so much
So much other stuff.
other stuff that we don't do one thing over and over and over. And the people that are great, they pick that one thing and they do it over and over until it's so mastered it's second nature. And then they go to the next thing, okay? Their focus is so intent. So if your focus in real estate is to be a great listing agent, maybe a great selling agent, I don't know what it is. Pick one thing and get so good at it that you don't have to worry about going on this and going to do this and going to do this and moving over here and going to do this. Because once you get good at it, the market will demand you to move to the next section, don't you
Right.
agree?
Yeah.
Which may be buyers or which may be sellers or whichever one you're not working on, okay? It's like, think about this, it's like compounded interest. And I know you've heard this deal, but work it out, it's true. I heard a speaker tell me one time, and this has been many years ago, and it stuck in my brain so bad that I use it a lot, the analogy of it, okay? A young man wanted to go to work for a company, and the company couldn't pay him what he thought he needed, so he told the gentleman hiring him, he said, "I'll tell you what you'll do, if you will pay me 1 penny, I'll start for 1 penny a day, and every day that penny will multiply. So the next day I have 2 pennies. The next day, double it, I have 4 pennies. Do you know what in 30 days, if you did that with 1 cent, it would give you?
Yeah.
$10
Calculate that compound.
million with
Oh.
1 penny duplicating it every day. 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 16.
Oh.
You do compound it. Life is exactly the same thing, okay? When we get so focused on, oh, well, I need to go over here because I need to be interneting with these people and working with these people. Oh, and I need to go over here and I need to, oh, today I need to go over here. I'll go over here 10 minutes and I'll go over here. Are you really making an impact? Are you duplicating? Are you compounding? No, you're not. And we get so hung up on, I need an assistant, and you probably do, it makes you help you. But is it because you're not focused on what you need to be doing that you need an assistant? Or is it because you like somebody else to do the work so you don't have to, which is a good thing for me? I mean, and you gotta figure that out, you gotta fix it.
Well, you can spend 12 hours a day working on a computer.
Yes,
And not accomplish.
a thing.
Not
Yes.
help one person.
Yes, so that's why you
find
got
the property.
to,
So
one
you
thing
have
over
to
and over.
have someone who's your backup,
Right,
who can
right.
do all those. I mean, it's just like, I think if I were ever wealthy, I think the greatest part of being wealthy is that I wouldn't have to do all the everyday mundane things. I could
Mhm.
do the things that really interest me and
Mhm.
excite me.
Mhm, mhm.
But I wouldn't have to wash the dishes or
Right.
clean the floors or.
But until you can get to that
whatever.
point, we have to do it.
Oh, yeah.
That's it, you gotta do that one thing that
But
constantly
then
gets you
again,
there.
if you're doing all that thing for years, how do you break out of that? You know,
Right.
I mean,
You gotta get to the level where you know you
Yeah.
can break out of it, and that's
Yeah.
what's important. But until you get there, you just gotta do that one thing over and over and over again, whatever that one thing is. Focus, focus,
Mhm.
focus. And I think that's what we do. I mean, that's what makes us great. Why we're not great at what we do is because we're doing too many things.
Yes, I
Okay.
agree.
Don't you agree? We're all over the place. And so, narrow it down. It doesn't matter what you say, it doesn't matter how you say it, it doesn't even matter when you say it, okay? It matters what you do over and over and over again. That makes us, what makes us where we are today, you know?
it's just like an artist though. They pick a medium and they focus on it and they concentrate on it and they practice it day after day after day.
That's it. That's
I
right.
mean-
What makes a pianist, a
Mhm.
grand pianist, is because they practice every day the same thing, okay? They don't go play the flute over here and then go play the clarinet over here and be
Right.
the perfect, same analogy, okay?
Mhm.
We need to know all the time. Here's what our problem is in the world of America, especially in the world probably in general, but we want to know everything. We want to have everything. We want to do everything,
Yeah,
but yet we don't want to have to do the work to get everything.
right.
We just want it to be given to us. We just want it to happen so that we can go do the things we like, we love, whatever our focus is. But you got to start with something, and if you just don't do anything, you'll never have anything. You'll have nothing. Okay. So again,
But it's so energizing to
To
have
have it.
little details taken care of.
Oh,
with
it is.
someone.
I'm not saying it's
So
not.
that I can put all my energy into the part of real estate that is most important to me.
Yes.
And even though all those little details are important, people think we just ride around in pretty cars showing pretty houses. They don't understand the
All the back
legalities
work.
of it all
Mhm.
and all the
All the back door
contract
stuff.
writing and knowing the law and
That's right.
they just, one couple I helped with a house last year, I had helped them with a rental the year before. And they said, could we come at 6:30 and sign the papers? And I said, sure. And then they got there at 6:30 and 9:30 we were leaving the office. And they said, we had no idea what was involved in this.
Exactly. People don't know,
So,
and that's it.
No.
And ideally, what we want it to do is to be the smoothest farm too. I mean, that's what our jobs are. Too many times we get hung up on what our jobs are and we drop our point. I worked with a young man here. I was coaching him for a while, and he's gotten so much better. But when he first came in, he knew a lot of people. He did really good to a point, and then he dropped the ball because in his mind, well, I got the listing, so I need to go to the next thing. And this is where those assistants are huge for you when you get to that point, or if your personality is not to finish, okay? I don't know if you were in here or not. When we did personality types, I do a little personality type. I don't know if you've ever had your personality tested or not, but it's huge to know not just what your personality is, but it's huge to learn how to read other people's personality quickly in this business, because you've got to focus on them. It's not about you. And so you've got to be able to shift gears to what they are. And when you have a personality, which is what I call, if you use the disc style, if you're the high I, you are the life of the party. You like to step in, do the great fun things, and make everything look good on the surface, but you're not very good at taking care of the backside, the details. So that's when you gotta know what your personality is so that you don't drop the ball, that you get somebody back there that can do that for you. Or if you're extremely detail oriented and you don't have a good upward vision to be able to have the woohoos, ahas, and all that stuff with people, then maybe you need that focus to go into that line of things. If you don't have the gift to gab, maybe, or whatever it is. But whatever it is, if you're not focused on where you need to go, you'll never get there. It's drawing that map, and it's not having 50 million roads to get here. It's having the straightest, most perfect road you can to go where you need to be. And if you don't, you'll never get there, no matter what you do. You'll lose the business. So first off, start. First off, sit down, write down what you want to do. What is it that you're after? Okay? And money is not it. It is never money. Money comes with what you do good.
Correct.
Okay? So it's don't go, well, I need to make $50,000 this year or $100,000 this year. That's not what it's
But if
about.
you take care of the people,
It'll
then
happen.
money will take care of itself.
Absolutely. So, you gotta start the kindle, as I say. You gotta start the fire. And if it is rubbing a rock together or a flint together to get it sparking, that's what you gotta do. Or if it's having a match that you can stick to the wood, that's what you gotta do. But here's so oftentimes what we find is you have all the tools to make the wood burn, but your wood's wet. Okay? So until you can get everything lined to where you need it and know where you're going, that wood will never dry out. And once it starts, then you need to start putting a little bit heavier wood on it, right, to get that fire blazing, till you can build you a freaking bonfire, okay, that you don't have to worry about because it just constantly goes. But if your wood's wet, you might get it started, it goes out. So when you see that happening, the mentality needs to be, I need to focus back on one thing. I'm too many places. Focus back in and get one thing done, whatever that looks like. And maybe you're really good on doing web stuff, and maybe you're really good on doing Facebooking or blogging or whatever it is. Don't try to do it all. Pick it, learn it, do it,
Right.
and then move forward. Does that make any sense?
Yes.
So I can't tell you the perfect bullet that this is what you say and it's going to happen every time and you're going to get them, because no matter how good your capture system is on your website, no matter how many people you contact, you're not going to always see them face to face, or they're not going to see you face to face, and they're not going to always be ready. And so you just got to keep trucking. You just got to keep plowing through them. It's a numbers game in this business, is what I'll tell you. And those of y'all know, you've been in it a while, I'm telling you, it's a numbers game. The more people you can talk to, the more people you can get in front of you, the better you are. Don't wait till you think you got to know it all to get started. Just do it. You'll learn through trial and error. That's the biggest thing, is just pull the trigger, okay? Because if you don't, you'll be here
Well,
next year.
she's on a
going,
team of a lot of experienced agents.
Carla's
Oh,
team.
fantastic.
So you can use that to your
Yeah, you can use
advantage.
that.
We have
Huge
she pays
advantage.
for so much lead generation, and so I get 2 phone numbers a day. But I've been doing this since 2 Thursdays ago,
Mhm.
and I'll get 1 or 2 leads a day from Zillow or Realtor.com or our text writers on our signs. But I've only had 2 people respond to those texts.
That's okay. Don't
and
give
then we
up.
have a day 3, and then we have a day 7. So on day
Day
3, I
7.
contacted them, and on day 7, I contacted them. But we have it till 30 days, but I've been stopping because if that was me, I wouldn't want to be
No,
bugged.
no.
But I really appreciated what you said about
That's it.
don't stop, because I feel like they are so annoyed with me that they don't even
No, because everybody else stops. Everybody else stops. And now if they need something, they have to start, if they're ready, when they're ready, they have to start all over to find that person because nobody else is contacting them anymore.
Okay.
Don't stop.
Okay.
And what I
Even if
do,
they never respond.
never respond. I keep sending it to them. I put them on a drip campaign,
Okay.
to where it just automatically starts sending it to them. Then it
Yeah.
doesn't take all my time going back every time I do it.
But
But that personal contact, and what I will say in mine, after I've contacted them 30 to 45 days, I will say, if you would like for me to stop contacting you, please let me know. Or if you have found something, otherwise I will continue to contact you.
well, I feel like if they were working with someone else, they would
They
just
would
shoot
say.
a text and say, "Hey, we're working
Right.
with someone else. Thanks for
Right,
nothing."
right.
You know,
Right,
I
exactly.
think that they would say that, and they don't. They just don't.
They just don't
at
respond.
all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
People
you
just
gotta
get
put 'em
busy
on
with
the
their
drip.
lives and it's on the back burner.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe they're just not quite ready. They've just started, and so if they're just started,
And I've
you want to be
never
the first in
once-
mind.
My texts and my responses and everything I say to try and start a conversation has not ever been like focused on what they need. It's more focused on what I can offer them, which I'm gonna change it.
Absolutely. It's all about their needs, not about you.
Yeah.
The
'Cause
sooner
that was
we
just
can
our,
learn to
like,
get out
the
of that
team
mindset.
and you know,
I can do
can I
this
show
and
you
I
a
can
show?
do this.
Yeah.
and-
Can we schedule a show? No, it needs to be about what are
they're
they looking for?
Yeah. Tell me,
What's their
I'm
timeline?
missing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell them, I may be missing, so tell me what you're looking for.
Uh-huh.
Let me help you
Yeah,
find
so I'm
what you
gonna
need.
change it to
Yeah.
that.
Tell me what you need. What are you looking for? Are you looking for city? Are you looking for rural? Do you need 4-bedroom? Do you need 3-bedroom? And if they don't respond, then keep asking. Just keep asking. And here's what you gotta learn when you're working through this process especially. Don't use all your bullets in one shot. So,
Drip
Yeah.
drip it. Ask, are you looking for a 3-bedroom or 4-bedroom? See if they respond. If they don't
Mm-hmm.
respond, say, do you need something with land or with just a city lot? If they don't respond, are you looking for a specific subdivision? If they don't respond, are you looking for a school district? If they don't respond, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't say, are you looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, or what, how many bedrooms you're looking for, how many baths you're looking for, what school district are you looking for? Do you need
Yeah.
to be close to work? Because then you've used all your bullets, if you will, okay? Drip them. Drip them. A little bit at a time. It's about them, not you. Get that out of our minds, and that's where we mess up.
Well, and a
sometimes.
lot of times we don't ask them questions.
We don't. And here's the thing, people like
I
to
don't
talk
like
about
people being
themselves.
in my-
Yes,
I don't
they
like
do.
people being in my face, you know?
Right,
And-
right. And so we feel like we're
And
pushing and
peppering
so,
me with questions.
yeah,
So if we can ask a leading question, we'll just get
Drip
them to talk.
that's it, that's it. That's it.
And it'll flow from them.
I just had such an awful experience with a salesperson that every time I go there, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm being like this man was.
Yeah.
And I don't ever want.
you don't
I
want-
was looking for a car, and this man called me every day, and I told him to stop. And my dad had to get on the phone, and I don't even know what he said, but it was ugly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I just don't want to ever
Yeah,
be
we
like
don't
that
want to. Yeah,
person.
we don't want to be a used car salesperson or pushy. But if
No.
you're offering services to help and not
Uh-huh.
pushing to come by,
Uh-huh.
that's where where we fall short. When we start pushing to come by, use me, I'm the best, I'm the greatest. Let me tell you what I can do for you. They don't give a crud what you can do for them. It's what they want.
Mhm.
And so,
And you're saying focus, and I don't think I have enough experience right now to focus on. I don't think I don't know what I want to focus on. So I think I'll still play the field a
Play
bit
that for a
and
little
then
bit, yep.
learn because
Yep.
I can't focus
you'll
right
figure
now.
it out. And then when you get
all the
there,
people in your team are so experienced.
They're
They
so
are.
great.
That's great
Huge.
advice.
Karen and
Yeah.
Carla, they just hold my hand
Yeah.
every day.
yeah,
They're
that's
great.
huge.
And you can use that to your advantage when you're speaking to someone and you get
Yes.
nervous, say, look, I may not know that right now, but
Mhm.
I have a huge team of people that can help me and
Right, right. I mean, that's huge. Always.
that's a big
That's-
deal to have a team like that.
It's really nice.
is.
Because it's basically they're getting more bang for their buck.
Uh-huh. And I'm so thankful for these leads. I just feel like I'm screwing it up. But
No,
No,
you're not
you're
gonna win them
not,
all.
you know,
If you
'cause
were
they're-
gonna
you're
win them all,
not.
we'd all be rich,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it
Sometimes
doesn't
1 in
work.
100 is all you can
And you
I
know,
mean,
they may
yeah.
have hit 3 or 4 different websites one night before they went to bed looking for
Uh-huh.
houses, and so they've got a bunch of people contacting them. They'll all drop out. Stay with it, because you'll be the only one that'll
okay,
stay.
I will.
Because everybody else won't do it. They'll hit it once or twice and they'll quit,
Mhm.
I promise you.
That's what I did.
Same
I did
thing with
once
your
or
sale by
twice,
owners,
'cause
as I
just
say.
don't want to bother people.
Right, yeah, but see, you're not bothering them as long as you're giving them, helping them.
Yeah, and
what
if they
want.
said don't, please don't text me. I would never.
Then don't do it again.
Yeah, I
Say,
would
sorry,
never.
thank you for letting me know. Be
Mhm.
glad if I can help you. Here's my information. Thanks very much. Bye-bye. I won't
Mhm.
contact you again. And stop. That's all there is to it. Because if you don't, they want you. They want help. They just may not be ready for it yet.
Okay.
And that's what we've got to focus on. They're just not ready yet. And if they say no, well, then they have to say no. That's okay. Because everybody's personality doesn't always fit, so. Any other thoughts or questions on that? I know this maybe not what you came in thinking you were
I
gonna
wanted to
get.
ask you a question you said yesterday
Sure.
about if there's multiple offer situation.
Mhm.
Did you say that if a seller gives you written permission,
Yes.
you can tell the agent what the offer is?
Yes, if he gives you written permission. You cannot if he doesn't, because now you're shopping without his authority. But if he wants you to, and I've had it happen numerous times, if you get multiple offers, the seller will go back and say, let him know our highest offer is this.
Really?
Yeah,
I did not know
yeah,
you could
yeah.
do
As
that.
long as the seller tells you you can. You cannot unless the seller tells you you can. And I would have it in
He's
writing,
shopping
because he's
contracts,
shopping,
and
not
you're-
you. You're not doing it, he is. And he's,
And that needs
he's-
to be in
he's-
writing?
That's
I
good
would,
to know.
yeah, I would get him
Even
to
an
text you,
email or-
email, it doesn't have to be, here's a form,
Wow, I
sign
did not
this.
know you could do
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, because here's what what we
Is
find
that a
happens.
state law, or, cause I know in Florida, they.
Yeah, no, I mean, as long as you have written permission from the seller, because he's your
Wow.
fiduciary duty. And you have
Man,
to
that's
do what
pretty
he does.
awesome.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't finish. I should have went on to yesterday to tell more. We had such a big class. We had too much conversation, which is good. It's what I wanted. But what you got to remember is it has to be in writing from him too.
Right,
Okay.
right.
And if you tell one,
You
you
have
have
to
to
tell
tell all. Okay.
What
So-
was the class yesterday, was it?
We had an orientation.
Orientation, new member orientation for the board.
It was really
I
good.
did all the ethics
I thought
for
it was good.
Holly.
I went into it like, oh my gosh, we're gonna be here all day. But I mean, after lunch was great. You
Yeah,
know,
you're
and
awesome.
the
Well,
lawyer,
thank you.
yeah, no, it
Thank
was
you.
really
That's
good.
sweet. I just share what a little bit I know.
It was
Nice.
really,
I learned a lot
it was really
yesterday.
intimidating that there were so many new people.
Yeah, there was a lot,
55.
55 in that class
And
yesterday,
so,
new people.
and I
Where
don't wanna
was
be the
that?
one that's
We
out
did
in
it
6
we do it
months.
once a quarter. I teach it
You
once
just
a
have to,
quarter.
you can't quit.
And you
Yeah.
don't have to be new to come in and listen, but
I
that's what it
work
is for.
20
And
hours
we
a
do it
week
at
as
the
an
Wings and
accountant.
More on Beacon.
Also.
In their party
And
room.
so,
Did they not,
I
have they
feel
gotten more
like
comfortable
even
chairs?
No.
worse
I don't
than
know, I
that
don't sit in them,
AD,
thank
because
God.
I've got to go over there, I've got to do this.
When I
I've got-
got back to my office after orientation
Uh-huh.
several
From
years
Wings
ago,
and More. Uh-huh.
2010,
Yeah.
I got to the office and they said, well, how's your class? And I said, the people were good, but other than the day I gave birth to my daughter, it's the longest day of my life.
And the chairs are
Because
so
those
comfortable.
chairs were killing me, my back was killing me.
It's hard, it
It
is
was
hard, it's a
awful.
long day.
I hate that Wings and More place.
You know, we used to say, Ed would say, you know, if you want to go first, Sarah, and then Cully can go. And we tried that for a little while, that I'd go in the morning time. But what we found is people were giving such bad remarks to Cully. And of course, you had somebody different in there yesterday, but Cully's so intelligent, great guy, great attorney. But he's pretty monotone, and so after lunch,
Putting people asleep.
yeah.
Yeah.
You need to be after lunch.
So that's what they said, so they put me back
Yeah,
after lunch.
because you're not monotone, which is good.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but yeah, and Cully does as well. I would love to have heard the guy yesterday, because I've.
He was really
He
good.
He was good,
really
and he was
good.
very smart, and
He
Yeah.
may be taking
Yeah,
over
totally.
some of the Cully's duties. Cully's our board attorney, and so
Mhm.
he does all of our orientation, and he does the legal part of the legal and ethics that we do. I do the ethics, he does the legal for the renewing of license. But he also told me, I'm so mad at him, I had to go to Houston Wednesday, to renew. Every 2 years, we have to retake the class for instructors. We have to go
Oh,
renew the
uh-huh,
information. And so he comes to me at the board meeting and says, you know, this is the last class for this year that we can do. And I'm like, yeah, I know it is. And he says, I don't think I'm gonna do it, so you may have to do both legal and the ethics. Now they call it legal 1 and legal 2, because we changed it to 8 hours instead